Next, units for measurement. So there are multiple ways for specifying a unit of measurement in CSS. Some of these relative units, in that they are based on the value of something else, such as size of a parent element. So whenever you are defining any element, so that size you want to define, you can use that is the relative unit. Others are absolute units. That means it's a real world. Okay, so whatever the exact absolute, it cannot be changed. That is the absolute units. Unless you are defining a style sheet for printing, it is recommended to avoid using absolute units. Why it is telling to avoid the absolute unit? Because they are real world size. That means exact you are going to use, but we are not. You have to change according to your design. That's why you have to use always relative units. Pixels are perhaps one of the popular example. So whenever you design any, like you create any image, right? You want image to be particular pixel, right? Or you want to define the size in pixels. So you'll be defining 10 pixel. You can change anytime. Okay. Therefore, you have to use the pixel, okay, for all the unit. Okay. Next, about the relative unit. What are those relative units we have? Relative units, we generally use pixel, px, which is available in CSS2 and CSS3 also. Pixel, px full form is pixel, and in CSS2, this is relative measure. While in CSS3, it is absolute. That means 1 by 96 of 1 inch. That is your pixel. You can use next EM. In EM is your, as I mentioned, it's embedded, okay, equal to computed value of font size properties of the element on which it is used. So this is the relative value. Okay, you can use this also for the font size. Then you can use percentage symbol also, that is relative. You can use EX also, that is relative. CH relative, also defined in CSS3 only. This is next REM. Okay, so standard for root EM. So R for root, E for EM. So root embedded. So you can use this one also. In especially this we can use for relative and CSS3 only. You can use VW, VH also. Okay, and both are percentage values, and it will vary from 0 to view. These are the relative units you can use. Next, what those absolute unit we have? Absolute unit values, we have inches, centimeter, millimeter, pt, that is the point, pc, peak, right? These values are, we have mentioned that these are the universal, that is the real world, right? We are using everywhere. When you are using pixel, when you are using EM, when you are using percentage, this can be changed anytime, whenever you need. But this unit, it cannot change. Inches, 1 inch, that means it will be 1 inch only. You cannot reduce, right? So this is the standard unit. So that's why it's mentioned that you should not use, or you should avoid using absolute units in your CSS. Next, about the comments. As I mentioned, the comments, you can use the comments in your CSS as you were using in earlier programming language. This is the single comment line. Just you give /, okay, then asterisk symbol, anything you can write, any text you can write between that, and again asterisk symbol and /. This is the comment section. So you can define the comment in your CSS. Next, we'll be talking about the location of styles. What is the location of a style? Already this we have discussed in yesterday presentation. There are 3, right? 1, author created style sheet. What are learning in this presentation, what we have seen. Next, user style sheet, which will allow the individual users to tell to the browser to display pages using individual own custom style sheet. This option is available in a browser. Usually it is accessibility options area. So in this we will be defining, so whenever we have many pages, we can define as many as style sheet we want, we can define. And the third one, we have browser style sheet. It will define the default styles the browser uses for each element tag. Okay. Now style location. So the first one is author created CSS style rule can be located in 3 different locations. What are those 3 different locations? First one is inline, which we have already practiced in inline. That means when you are defining any HTML syntax, any HTML tag, you are going to write in inline CSS. Next, embedded, you are going to embed your CSS. Next, as a external, right? So inline we have used, embedded, that means in head tag we have used, in external we have already used with the external CSS file, and we have attached. That is the 3 different way we can locate our CSS. And also we can combine all of 3. It is not necessary that it's not required. Okay. Next, about the inline style. What is the inline style? So then we're talking about these 3. Again, we'll go through one by one. Then we'll get to know that what is the inline.